Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's always pained me that I never documented any of my entrepreneurial, athletic, self-development journey at all, because I think it would be really, really cool to see all of my progress that I can look back on in a few years' time and see how far I've come in that sort of thing. Particularly in business and fitness, that document me just growing, starting my own company, the whole process A to Z. You're gonna see someone go from broke to successful. So let's start off with where I currently am before I set the scene for the vlog coming up. For the past 4 years, I've been doing a landscaping business where I cut people's grass, I clean up their yards, and I do all sorts of odd jobs around my city to make money. It's kept me self-employed for 4 years, and I've made thousands of dollars from it. For a 15-year-old, 14-year-old, when I was making, $30 an hour, I thought it was the craziest thing. Now that I'm 19, inflation rates are through the roof, and the future is bleak at best with my earning potential. I certainly realized that I need to take things more seriously in my business if I don't want to be a slave to the matrix and work a 9 to 5. So I started cranking down on ways to make even more money with my landscaping business, which meant offering new services. This summer I learned how to seal driveways and even had my first $1,000 day in business profit at 18 years old. I was super psyched about that. I actually had 2 of them this year. 2 days this year I made $1,000 profit. I was 18 years old. I haven't done it while I'm 19 yet, but those are 2 achievements I'm very proud of. I want to make that the regular now, and that's what this journey is going to be about. Journey to 6 figures in my company. I started off my company just mowing lawns, doing odd jobs, cleaning gutters, cleaning windows. When I was 14, I would make $12 an hour. When I was 15, I made 20. When I was 16, I started charging 25. When I was 17 and 18, I started charging 30 an hour. While I'm 19, I'm transitioning into charging per project. So this series is going to be the entire journey of me figuring out the process of having to implement my first contracts, having to work on a per project basis, growing a landscaping company, hiring employees. It's going to be so many challenges I have to figure out, but I've gotten my little side hustle to the point where I think I could pull this off full time, full scale. I just have to overcome a few certain obstacles, and I think it would be really cool if I did it and it was all on camera for you to see. So let me set the scene for the upcoming vlog. These are a couple days worth of work that I just did just this past week. This is day 1 of the new landscaping business. I don't have a name for it. I'm scrapping my old business, right? The name, the services, everything. I'm scrapping all that. I'm starting fresh with all the knowledge I have. This is starting a business from ground zero. We're gonna put my skills to the test. I'm building a landscaping company, a proper landscaping company, not the I'm gonna mow your grass, clean the leaves off your lawn type landscaping I was doing before. Real landscaping, building decks, installing sod, building patios, building something with my hands. And it's gonna be a challenge to overcome, but I'm already learning so much. Learning how to operate machinery, learning how to get leads for my business, projects coming in, learning how to estimate, bid projects. So this first week of work, I decided the best thing to do was to get a mentor. So I made a friend at the beginning of this year who does interlock. So I spent the whole week working with him, just learning how to provide it as a service, learning how to use his machinery, learning how to bid jobs, just asking him a lot of questions. So you'll see that coming up. The second thing I did was I want decks to be one of the main services of this business. So I made this Facebook post, said I would build a deck for free, just the cost of material. I won't profit anything. Just trade my time so I can get some pictures, a testimonial, and I can be off to the races. People can see I'm a hardworking guy. I'll have proof of past work, and I can start getting paying jobs. But I have to start somewhere. This is day one, building a landscaping company. So that's what I did. I went ahead and got this deck job, which we've almost completed at the time of making this video. Another W connection I've made recently, a friend I made early last year. He's a carpenter, so he's teaching me how to do all the carpentry. My other friend's teaching me how to do all the interlock. Any service I want to learn, I'm gonna go find someone who's done it, learn from them, so I can circumvent all the learning curve, so I can get 6 figures next year, because I want this to be, I don't have patience, speed. I want to be rich now. That's what I've done recently. So without further ado, you guys can check out these past couple days of work, me getting the first few jobs, me working on the first few jobs, collecting a deposit for the first job, $1,800, which is pretty sweet. Just a few days into the business, days 1 through 4 maybe, we're already off to the races, booked a whole bunch of work, got a few projects. But if you like this video, follow along for the journey, see how big this company can get. I'm very optimistic. I'm a fucking hard worker, so I'm gonna make it happen. It's currently going into winter, so I'm gonna maybe think about doing indoor work, but I know next year it's gonna pop off, and I didn't want to wait until next year to start this series. I want to get it started now, because I won't regret having more to look back on. So without further ado, here's the past couple weeks of work.
Alright, so like I mentioned, I made a Facebook post inquiring to see if anyone wanted a deck built for only the cost of material. Someone responded, and this is what the area looked like before we started. We got the posts done. This was the first step. It was pretty simple. I was learning a lot throughout this whole process, how to build a proper deck, how to use all sorts of material, and you can sort of see the progression here over the past couple of days we've been working on the deck. So this overall cost around $3,000 in material. You can see here our deck is so strong you can even do pull-ups off of it.
Testing the strength of the pergola. So far so good.
Like I said, I'm learning so much from my carpenter, like how to use tools, and this is what the product looks like right now. It's been a pleasure working with my friend. I'm learning so much. So the next project I told you about was the retaining wall. So I posted a Facebook post to get some interlock jobs. One of my previous clients actually had an interlock job for me, so I took it on with the help of my friend. This is what the before and after looked like. It's not quite done yet, but we're going to get paid for that soon, so that'll be sweet. The next thing we did, similar to interlock, is a retaining wall. So again, a previous client of mine took me on and said, try and build me a retaining wall. So of course, never turned down a challenge. With the help of my friend, I think we've done a pretty solid job. We took an $1,800 deposit up front. I got to learn how to use an excavator, so we destroyed the old wall that was at the house. So again, learning so much in this first week of a proper landscaping business, learning to use proper equipment, learning how to estimate and bid jobs, learning the actual technical skills of carpentry and hardscaping. Anyways, brick by brick, we laid the wall. We then parged it at the end, so we added some concrete coating on the outside to make it have a nice finish. And yeah, that was basically the entire project, and we're going to be profiting around $3,500 from this. So I guess you could say in the first week of this new landscaping business, the revenue is around $7,500, but I'm definitely not taking home all that. That's mostly just material. If we had charged labor on top for the deck, it would have been a lot more. But anyways, not too bad of a start for the first week of this journey to building a 6-figure landscaping company. If you have suggestions for a name for the business, because I have to brand it at some point for the next projects coming up, leave it below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. 19-year-old starts a landscaping business from scratch.